Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a brand new movie review for you. Today we're going to be talking about the new film Samaritan right after this. Before we get started, I would like to remind you to hit that subscribe button and like this video so we can keep growing this channel out and getting new eyes on it as we are now making new videos for this channel. Now let's talk about The Samaritan. This movie is something I've been looking forward to for quite a while. I love Sylvester Stallone. Rocky's one of my favorite franchises. Rambo's great, and there's a smattering of other really cool film slides in, and I love superheroes, so I was like mixing the two worlds together, especially after seeing him in like Guardians 2. I thought he was great in that, and as the voice of King Shark in the Suicide Squad, I was like, alright, Sly's doing his own superhero thing now, let's check it out, because as much as I love Marvel and DC, some of these like off, not big brand like Umbrella Academy, what was the other one that was on the Sci-Fi Channel a few years ago? Something Academy, it was really good. Lucifer's great, The Boys, Invincible. Like I really dig a lot of these not Marvel or DC properties that they've been doing. Now this one is an original thing, but I was still like, okay, this could be really cool. The trailer looked interesting enough. Sly in this movie is really good. He's doing his thing. He's Sylvester Stallone. If you've seen him before, you've seen him in this. He's pretty much the same guy he always is. Him and the main kid in this, that kid actually was just in Umbrella Academy Season 3. He's a really good kid actor. Him and Sly are basically the focal points of this movie. They're the ones with the most screen time. There are some other known actors that show up. The one villain from Game of Thrones is the villain of this, and he's pretty bland. He's just kind of the typical villain, just nothing much to him. And there's like the Moises Arias from like Hannah Montana back in the day. He shows up in this. He's been in a few things as well, but this film is about, there was two brothers that were born, a superhero and a super villain. They took two different paths in life, and they crossed paths once about 20 years ago. One of them died. They both died, and now this little kid thinks his neighbor Stallone is the Samaritan, and this is a journey about that kid getting wrapped up in crime, Sly coming in possibly to save him, possibly not to save him. Is he the Samaritan? Is he not the Samaritan? And it's just, I wanted to like this film so bad, but I have to say it's kind of bland. Like, it's not unwatchable. It's not bad per se. It's just bland. It definitely feels like this is a movie that should have been made in the late 90s, early 2000s, just as superhero movies were starting to come out a little more frequently with Blade and X-Men. This kind of feels like it fits in that time frame, and the time period of the film certainly feels like it was made for that time period as well. It just feels almost like the Venom films. It feels like a film that was made 20 years too late. That's not saying it's bad. There are some cool things in this. The ending 20 minutes is pretty rad with Stallone just going ham on people with his powers. That was pretty cool. I love always seeing Stallone. That's great. But the film, the story itself wasn't the best. It wasn't the most original thing in the world. Some of the dialogue is incredibly cheesy, and like, it feels like an 80s action movie sometimes when like something will blow up and Stallone goes, "Have a blast." Just stuff like that. I was like, is this Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze? Like I said, the Samaritan movie is not unwatchable. It's not even bad in my opinion. It's just bland and unoriginal, but if you want something that's just gonna relax you for an hour and a half, if you want to see Stallone beating up bad guys for 90 minutes, then this is the movie for you. I enjoyed it, but it was just, I wish it would have been better. I wish it would have been more original, but it definitely makes sense that it skipped theaters and went straight to Prime, because that's what it feels like, is a straight to streaming movie. I'm going to give The Samaritan, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I think like a 50% is fair. I liked some of it. I did not like some of it. It felt like a film that was 20 years too late, but it's still enjoyable enough to where you're not bored or you're just regretting watching it. It's definitely a one-time watch, and it's definitely a 90s film that was released in 2022. So let me know what you thought of Samaritan down in the comments below, if you've seen it, or if my review has convinced you to see it, or if my review has convinced you not to see it. I think you should watch it to get your own thoughts, but this is how I feel about the movie. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep growing this channel towards 200 subscribers. We're only 10 away, folks. 10 away. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys right here next time.